TV show script of a lifetime, and a writer deluded enough to challenge Hollywood. That is the path to the next big TV hit. This is a series where I take on the challenge of writing a TV show. I'm doing this to answer one question: can I sell it?
One script to rule them all.
Let's do this. Let's delve into the depths of storytelling and bring forth the darkest the ultimate TV show. I embark on this journey driven by three core motivations: an innate love for crafting narratives and bringing them to life, the opportunity to turn a creative endeavor into a profitable venture, and a determination to push the boundaries of traditional storytelling with innovative concepts. The world loves a good underdog story, but let's be honest, not everyone is destined for such lofty heights. Some are simply destined for mediocrity. It's the exceptional few who truly shape history. And the rest? Well, they provide a necessary contrast, don't they? This is my path to becoming the god of the new world. Okay. When it comes to selling a first script, there are certain elements that can increase its marketability and attract potential buyers. Understanding who your story is intended for allows you to craft a narrative that resonates with that specific demographic, making it more appealing to production companies. It can also be advantageous to develop a script that is easy to produce. Perhaps, as you bear witness to my brilliance, you may even find your own feeble attempts at creativity mildly inspired.
Very amusing.
I aim to explore if with passion, determination, and a touch of audacity, one can carve their own path in the world of storytelling. Now, let me unveil the first task.
Today we'll focus on establishing the core concept and premise of the TV show. We'll explore various story ideas, evaluate their strengths, and ultimately select the most compelling one. I will bring three concepts to the table. I need to decide what genre the story will be set in, as well as the tone, theme, and of course, the target audience. Finally, a compelling logline that provides a concise and intriguing summary of the story is to be provided for each concept. I will also challenge an AI to create and bring forth an idea. I want to find out how well it can compete against me, Hermes Incarnate.
Over the years, I've studied the art of storytelling, character development, and the mechanics of visual narrative. This challenge is my way of not just observing from the sidelines, but actively participating and contributing. Can I create a concept good enough to sell?
Next question.
I did some research just to know what I should be aiming for. The majority of viewers on the major platforms fall within the age group of 18 to 34. And when it comes to gender, streaming platforms have an almost equal split. Apparently, the West has got the highest number of watchers, and the most watched genres are drama, comedy, action, and adventure stuff. But there's also a dedicated following for thrillers, crime series, mind-bending sci-fis, and fantasy tales. Now, let's talk budgets. The first seasons of popular shows have seen some serious investment. One Piece and The Last of Us took the crown for the most expensive debut seasons, while Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead managed to make magic on a much tighter budget, which makes it even more impressive. I need to channel the spirit of shows like Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. With this information in mind, I understand what I need to aim for. Now that we've established the foundation and motivations behind this challenge, let's delve into the heart of the matter. The biggest challenge in creating a compelling premise lies in striking the delicate balance between originality and relatability. It's about constructing a story that feels fresh and innovative, yet resonates with a wide audience. Additionally, understanding the current trends and demands of the industry is crucial. But here's the danger. Following that last advice might lead to a cursed project, and we absolutely don't want that. I'm undoubtedly inspired by all-time greats like Game of Thrones and One Piece. But is it realistic for me to aim at creating something as grand as those two shows? I personally think that would be overly ambitious. Those aren't my only sources of inspiration though. Works such as Breaking Bad and Death Note have mastered character development and moral complexity to perfection. I'm also fascinated by how Stranger Things uses the element of nostalgia to its advantage. Just to show what I'm aspiring for, let's quickly take a look at Breaking Breaking Bad's premise. When high school chemistry teacher Walter White is diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, he turns to a life of crime, partnering with his former student Jesse Pinkman. Together, they enter the dangerous world of methamphetamine production, using Walter's scientific expertise to create and distribute a high-quality product. As Walter adopts the alter ego Heisenberg, he descends into a morally complex and increasingly violent criminal underworld, driven by a desire to secure his family's financial future. We are almost immediately introduced to the central character, Walter White, and his problem. The premise masterfully informs us of the obstacles he faces, and it also captures the setting, alluding to the show's genre. The premise perfectly ends revealing the main character's motivation. The premise is a story in itself. How can you not be intrigued? Now, check out this logline, one of my favorites. One sentence, straight to the point. When a young boy disappears, his mother, a police chief, and his friends must confront terrifying supernatural forces in order to get him back. Guess what show it is? The objective of a logline is to entice and attract potential viewers and producers to the story. Now, it's my time. Through fire and water, from the lowest dungeon to the highest peak, I fought with myself. Until at last, I crafted 3, in my opinion, intriguing TV show concepts. I present to you the fruit of my labor. When friends vanish in a forbidden forest, a journalist, guided by a conspiracy theorist, uncovers a hidden realm, blurring reality with an enigmatic world within Earth. Let me elaborate. Picture this, a tale that combines the suspenseful allure of Stranger Things with the immersive experience of Until Dawn. Departing from the familiar, the series follows a cast in their early 20s, delving into darker, more mature themes. The tale commences with the enigmatic legend of the Green Children of Woolpit, speculatively linked to a subterranean realm known as Agartha, within the Earth's core. This prologue hints at the profound mysteries that await. The narrative unfolds in a bustling city, where a close-knit group of friends plan an unconventional trip. One among them proposes a visit to his family's opulent villa, nestled near a foreboding government-restricted forest. This locale, steeped in conspiracy theories ranging from military operations to supernatural gateways, enthralls the group with its mystique. Undeterred by legal constraints, the friends embark on their journey, navigating rugged terrain to reach the secluded villa. One fateful night, as a potential romance blossoms, 2 friends venture into the forest, oblivious to the peculiarities that lie ahead. Unbeknownst to them, a third companion, fueled by jealousy and unrequited affection, shadows their every move. Deeper into the forest they tread, until an unexpected revelation disrupts them, triggering a chain of events with far-reaching consequences. As the dawn breaks, the remaining friends at the villa awaken to an unsettling silence. Their companions are conspicuously absent, igniting growing concern. That is when the stalking friend, panic-stricken, emerges from the forest, heralding a revelation that will forever alter the course of their lives.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
In the ensuing chaos, authorities are alerted, initiating a search that serves more as a charade than a genuine effort. Suspicion swiftly falls upon the lone friend, accused of a love triangle gone awry. His claims of witnessing supernatural horrors are met with skepticism and dismissal. While most reporters abandon the seemingly fruitless pursuit, a determined journalist senses a deeper story. She embarks on a solitary quest for the truth. As her journey unfolds, so does the fate of the detained friend. Released for lack of evidence, he emerges isolated from his former comrades, a testament to the chasm created by their shared ordeal. Connecting with him, the journalist learns of the inexplicable events he witnessed. Intrigued, she extends an invitation to join her in the quest for truth. Reluctant friends, each haunted by their own apprehensions, converge to rediscover the lost companions. Clues emerge, blurring the boundaries between reality and the mysterious forces at play. Their search culminates in a shocking discovery. They're lost friends, but green-hued. These verdant figures are not their lost friends, but enigmatic entities. As the season concludes, a gaze is fixed upon an otherworldly vista, heralding the unfathomable mysteries yet to be unveiled. Beyond the veil of reality, a fantastical realm awaits, setting the stage for a journey into the heart of Agartha, the hollow earth, and the forest's well-kept secret. One potential concern with this premise is its thematic similarity to the popular series Stranger Things. Both concepts involve supernatural mysteries and a group of friends facing extraordinary circumstances. However, the execution, setting, and overarching storyline are distinctly different. Additionally, this story delves into more mature themes, providing a deeper and darker viewing experience. Even though I managed to craft my first concept, I wasn't fully satisfied. Alright, let's move on to the second concept. In a nation plagued by oppression, childhood rivals take opposing paths after a devastating terror attack. One becomes a distinguished detective, the other a vengeful leader of a far-right criminal faction. Amidst a series of targeted killings, the detective unearths jarring connections to his estranged friend, propelling them towards a reckoning that may reshape their nation's course. Immediately, you're like, what the fuck did I just hear? So, let's do a deeper dive. In a nation hurtling towards right-wing extremism, an ethnic minority bears the brunt of escalating discrimination. At its core lies an intricate tale of two childhood friends, perpetually locked in an academic rivalry. Both harbor dreams of becoming detectives, fueled by the successes of a relative in law enforcement. One friend grapples with a closely guarded secret: his mixed heritage, a perilous truth in a society that shuns such unions. Tragedy strikes when a terrorist attack claims his parents, the blame falling on the ethnic minority and their separatist fighters. The friend's final year in school witnesses a shift in dynamics. The perennial second best finally overtakes his friend in the race for academic supremacy. Post-graduation, their paths diverge starkly. One rises to the pinnacle of detective stardom, while the other plunges into the criminal underworld, vowing vengeance against his parents' killers. He joins a far-right criminal faction. Within this clandestine organization, he uncovers and confirms sinister truths. Leaders operate covertly under the government's tacit approval, executing tasks that serve the regime's interests. One such task was the terror attack that claimed his parents' lives. A series of chillingly similar assassinations begin to shake the criminal organization's ranks. Enter the detective friend, who stumbles upon this macabre pattern. As he probes deeper, shocking revelations shatter his core beliefs. The perpetrator is none other than his estranged childhood companion. A relentless pursuit ensues, a high-stakes battle of wits. The criminal mastermind is driven by a dual agenda: eliminate the oppressive far-right and cleanse his organization from within. For his heritage, both friends' once righteous pursuits now blur the lines of morality. The dynamic between the detective and his former friend turned hero, or maybe even anti-hero, introduces a compelling cat and mouse element that can be sustained throughout the whole series, keeping viewers engaged with shifting alliances and loyalties. That is an element I value a lot in stories. Additionally, the theme of seeking justice and dismantling an oppressive regime from within presents a powerful, overarching narrative that can be explored in various ways. I would ideally want to have some form of supernatural element to the story. Nothing crazy, something low-key. Maybe I'll find a way to mix religion into the chaos. Or would that be overkill?
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
I'm back from the writing table, here to unveil concept 3. In a world ruled by a hidden bloodline, an agent of the bloodline torn between loyalty and truth unravels a shocking secret, setting him on a perilous journey to dismantle the clan he's sworn to protect. Sounds quite fictional, right? But is it? Well, it depends on your innocence. In a world shrouded in secrecy, a formidable hidden bloodline holds dominion over the fate of humanity. Pulling the strings from the shadows, they wage a relentless war against any who dare challenge their supremacy, including a covert order sworn to oppose them. The protagonist, a skilled operative of the bloodline, has returned from his latest mission to dismantle an opposition's operation. Following a harrowing success, he finds himself summoned to a chilling promotion ceremony, a clan event steeped in ritual and sacrifice. What unfolds chills his very soul. As the ceremony unravels, a young woman flees the stage, her desperate plea for mercy ringing in his ears. He watches as she is dragged back to her doom. This horrific spectacle marks his initiation into a world he's never truly comprehended. A mentor and a superior within the clan approaches the protagonist with his next mission, to infiltrate and expose the order that threatens the clan's reign. The mentor, aware of the protagonist's inner turmoil, senses his growing disillusionment and cautiously issues a pivotal choice: pursue the clan's mission or embark on a perilous journey for the elusive truth, a choice that promises to irrevocably alter his existence. However, fate intervenes. Soon, the mentor is discovered brutally murdered, a grim testament to his secret allegiance with the Order. Grappling with grief and resolve, the protagonist now leans further towards the path of truth. His determination leads him to the Order. The question becomes, does he infiltrate as part of his mission, or to voluntarily confront staggering revelations about his clan and the world itself? He chooses the latter. In an unexpected twist, as a double agent, he is tasked by the Order with a grave mission to annihilate the bloodline that has held humanity captive. The monumental weight of this responsibility leads him to a heartbreaking realization. He must end the life of his beloved, who shares the bloodline. A pacifist by nature, he grapples with the profound moral dilemma. He believes that this devastating sacrifice is the key to ending the world's suffering. I can't stand predictable plotlines, but what I despise even more is chaos and absence of logic. When crafting these concepts, striking a balance between character-driven narratives and engaging plotlines was a key consideration. And so, my work was done. But here came the moment that I had looked forward to the most. My challenge to an AI. So, last but not least, let's find out what the AI has managed to cook up.
A struggling novelist inherits an antique quill pen with a mysterious power. Anything she writes becomes reality. As her creations lead to chaos, a secret society, the scribes, seek to retrieve it.
Alright, I'm intrigued.
A struggling novelist receives an antique quill pen as a mysterious inheritance. This seemingly ordinary pen possesses an uncanny power. Anything she writes with it becomes reality. Excited by the potential, she starts small, altering minor aspects of her life. Yet, as her power grows, she begins to grapple with the unintended consequences of her creations. Friendships fracture, lives take unexpected turns, and chaos looms ever closer. Amid this turmoil, a secretive society known as the Scribes learns of her unique quill and its dangerous potential. They've safeguarded such artifacts for generations and now seek to retrieve it from her unwitting hands. She must now navigate the increasingly complex web of reality she's woven, while evading the Scribes' relentless pursuit. As the line between creator and creation blurs, she'll face moral dilemmas, dangerous adversaries, and a world forever changed by her words.
Not gonna lie, but this thing kinda knows what it's doing. It understood the assignment. I feel like production companies and agents would low-key favor this basic bitch concept over mine. It's simple, flexible, and different. Nah, I have to back myself. While crafting these premises, I noticed a pattern, a formula. A well-made premise is a circle. It starts with a setting, just for that setting to become the main obstacle that the character needs to overcome. So, each premise becomes structured like this: a setting, the central characters, the obstacles that set in motion the story, the character's goals and motivations, and back to the setting that then becomes the main obstacle. I even confirmed it with Breaking Bad's premise. Take a look. The overall setting is the drug world. Walter is the main character. He gets cancer. That's the obstacle which sets in motion the story. His goal becomes to secure his family's financial future by cooking that tight stuff, so he has to navigate the drug world, which becomes his stage and his main obstacle. Now I have to choose which one of these four concepts I believe has the greatest chance of becoming something. Remember, the goal is to try to sell a TV show. But before I do that, I have to compare them, dive deeper into the ideas and explore the potential of each concept, their strengths, the challenges they pose, and the sins they commit. To strike a balance between originality and relatability was a key instruction. That means that I should favor a concept that feels fresh, but also one that resonates with an audience. I'm gonna rank each premise, first by originality and relatability, or rather by which one I believe has the best balance of both. A story about lost friends and a world within Earth sounds pretty damn original, except for the fact that Stranger Things did something similar, or at least the premise seems a little bit too familiar. I wouldn't agree. but I'm biased. So when it comes to originality specifically, I think the concept about a bloodline secretly ruling the world offers the most unique premise. The problem is that it may require more world building to establish some form of relatability. It's complicated. Let's leave it at that. The AI's premise, while intriguing, touches on a familiar trope of reality manipulation, potentially making it less original. I don't know. So based on originality and relatability, Premise 2 strikes the best balance in my opinion. It introduces a compelling narrative set against a backdrop of societal upheaval, with well-defined characters facing complex moral choices. While it delves into darker themes, it remains grounded in real-world issues, making it relatable to a wide audience. The story must be for someone. I can't tell a story for myself for my own satisfaction and fulfillment only. If there is a clear target audience, the premise might become more appealing to production companies. So if you want to be safe when it comes to the target audience, go for Premise 1. This is where its similarity to Stranger Things and Until Dawn actually helps it. There already exists an audience that can be targeted. I'm gonna say the same about the second premise. It blends elements of Breaking Bad with Death Note, and sprinkles some political and social issues on top of it, adding depth and relevance, potentially drawing in viewers seeking thought-provoking storytelling. The question is, would a producer want to play with this much fire? If you can't handle the heat, leave the kitchen. Get out! I personally think that the third premise is underrated, but my taste has always been different. I like what others don't, and vice versa. I therefore feel like this concept would be slightly more difficult to sell. What about the AI's premise? Honestly speaking, it combines elements of fantasy and drama, making it appealing to a diverse audience interested in exploring the boundaries between imagination and reality.
This is great banter. It really is.
I can see myself checking it out, but I can also see myself getting bored. But it ain't only about that. Keeping the production streamlined and manageable can make it more appealing for buyers who are looking for projects that can be brought to life efficiently and within budget. Which one of these would be the easiest to produce? This is where the AI outclassed me. Its premise has to be the easiest to bring to life. It's impressively simple. You wouldn't have to do much. Just the world we're in, with some occasional special effects and whatnot, if even. The most complex premise is either Premise 1 or Premise 3, mainly because of world building. While Season 1 would be relatively straightforward when it comes to the first premise, the budget for Season 2 would have to go up drastically. That does not sound very appealing. The challenge with the second premise is to achieve realism. The details are crucial for this one to work. It will require a decent amount of careful planning and execution, which can be expensive. Overall, I would still place it in second place. Let's not forget that at the forefront of everything is money. How much can we make? The ideal scenario is for a TV show to do so well that it needs a second season. And a third. Ideally, even more. You saw what One Piece did. And what the Rings of Powers did. That is what I call contrast. You can look at things in two ways when it comes to the AI's concept. The challenge lies in sustaining the story without making it stale. But if you manage to do it, then it can go on forever. I would call that potential, but it isn't based on anything concrete. That is what separates it from the others. A world of secret bloodlines, power struggles, complex mythologies, that's a lot to work with. Same with Premise 1, a fantastical realm inside Earth. What the hell has been going on in there? Doing some research on Agartha fills me with excitement. The tricky premise to judge is the second one. A revolution, civil war, death row. There are many paths we can take. This leads me well into the next criteria. Do these stories have a clear ending? Both when it comes to a season ending and a series ending. They all do, except for the AI's premise. You know why Breaking Bad might be the GOAT? Because of how it ended. The ending is where stories like Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead kinda failed. To me, having an ending is one of the most crucial parts. Premise 1 has a clear ending and a general series ending. Premise 3 is the other way around. I know how the story ends, but haven't decided where the first season would end. That is a little bit problematic. And Premise 2, it has a general season ending as well as a general series ending. Anyway, this is how I've decided to rank the premises based on potential. Creatively speaking, the world of the first premise captivates me the most. It offers a canvas of boundless freedom. Concept 2 is appealing for different reasons. The vision I have in mind for it is the clearest. It also feels like a story I need to tell. As for the third concept, While the premise is undeniably exciting, I acknowledge that I may not be fully prepared to tackle it yet. On the other hand, the fourth concept feels somewhat nebulous and doesn't align with my creative sensibilities. It is now time to decide on the winning concept that will shape the TV show. Based on the rankings, premise 1 has the greatest chance of becoming something. But you know what? I want a challenge, so screw the data. And even though the first concept would pose an interesting challenge, it ain't the type I'm looking for. It's simply too big of a project. We're not going from manga to anime to live action show. If that was the case, then sure, I'd be all over concept 1. The goal is to write a TV show and to try and sell it. Therefore, I'm actually choosing premise 2. In a nation teetering on the brink of fascism, an ethnic minority faces relentless persecution. Childhood friends, one harboring a hidden heritage, navigate their final year at school as brilliant rivals. They find their lives on divergent paths after a terrorist attack claims one friend's parents. While one ascends to become a respected detective, the other descends into the underworld, joining a far-right criminal organization. As the detective investigates a series of mysterious killings targeting powerful figures within the gang, he unearths unsettling truths about his childhood friend's involvement. A tense game of cat and mouse ensues, with the detective becoming the criminal and his former friend becoming a hero to his people, seeking to dismantle the oppressive regime from within. That is the winning concept, and it will serve as the guiding light for the TV show. The aim is to create a TV show with a complete show bible and pilot. If it doesn't sell, I'll have to try again, and again, and again, until one eventually gets sold. Any unbought shows won't go to waste. They'll be adapted into comics, mangas, or even books. I have to keep in mind that the goal is to create a captivating TV show that resonates with an audience. So, here's the twist. Yes, there's always a twist. The power rests not only in my hands, but also in yours. You will have the chance to shape the story, to influence its direction. Let me know in the comment section which concept you prefer. Place your votes. There's still time for me to change my mind, if you can convince me to.
If you could please hurry the fuck up, it would be greatly appreciated.
Next time, we'll delve into the fascinating process of creating the characters that will bring the winning concept to life. We'll explore their personalities, their backstories, and the intricate web of relationships that will drive the story forward. Join me in the comment section, share your thoughts, and let me know what you'd like to see in the characters. Your input could influence the direction of the story.
It's like I'm stuck in a maze.
Thank you for watching.